Hello, hi, I'm Brian Bock. I'm the owner of Bock Steam Star, and we're here in our worldwide filming headquarters once again in Stillwell, Kansas this time. Little change of location. We had a little field trip today. We're actually going to clean some tile here in a little bit. But first I want to discuss kind of the overview of our tile and grout cleaning system. Some tools. We have some tools here of the trade and what they are and why we use them, and make this system so advantageous. Okay, and there's nothing else like it out there. And then we're going to go do some cleaning here. So big day for us. First of all, the tile and grout cleaning system is for floors, walls, I mean, you name it, garage floors we've done. So we can do a lot of different applications, both residentially as well as commercially. Okay, but the advantage of it, you'll see in the tools in a minute, is the synergistic effect of water pressure, vacuum recovery, and the agitation that some of these tools provide. And you add heat to it with a big truck mount like we have, running all of it, and you've got a great system. You see, the grout channel is actually recessed. It's actually lower than the face of the tile. Okay, so you know, soil and dirt, bacteria-laden soil and dirt get lodged in there, and if anybody's ever tried to clean this stuff out, you can take a toothbrush on it all day long, get down on your hands and knees and scrub it. Okay, you might loosen up some soil, okay, but at some point we need to remove what's been loosened. Okay, and the advantage of these tools is that we have vacuum recovery and water pressure working at the same moment. Okay, let me transition then into our main tool. This is called the SX12. Okay, so it's just a variation of kind of the carpet cleaning technology. I wish I would have thought of it. Be sitting on a beach somewhere. But if you'll notice underneath the head of this tool, okay, there's some jets that rotate, and the water pressure turns these jets. So imagine this is kind of like when you go into a car wash and the little jets cleaning your tires. They just built a housing around it, put a vacuum slit to it, and we've got everything there. And water pressure will clean a lot better than a brush will. Okay, a brush goes over the top of the grout channel and can't get in there. Okay, where these are designed so it goes into that grout channel, water pressure scoops it out, if you will. Okay, and this isn't, you know, 3,000 psi water pressure here. You're probably anywhere from 900 to 1,000 psi. Okay, so a little bit of water pressure. It's not going to blow your grout lines out and all that you may be worried about when you first hear about this system. And they're angled. These jets under here are angled in a certain way that it doesn't hit it directly. Okay, so but if you do have some, you know, loose grout, that's okay. It needs to come out anyway, so it can be repaired. And then it should be repaired after you have it cleaned. That way you're matching true grout color with the repair work. Okay, so this is really our main weapon. But obviously this is a round tool, so you can't get in corners. We can't go up on walls like this. So we have other tools, and sometimes we need to get in small spaces. So we have hand tools, and this just has one jet down the middle. So if we have a really dirty grout line, we call this tool the gecko, we go right down that grout line and clean it real well. Okay, where this is kind of our wide surface tools. Okay, when we need to get into these detail tools, or do we need to take a grout brush and pre-scrub every grout line? Obviously that's going to make more time and affect the cost a little bit. We've got really two different forms that we charge, or two different systems that we charge here, one being restorative and the other being maintenance. If we can just come in here with the SX12 and go over it without having to get into detail work, obviously that takes us less time. That's what we call our maintenance cleaning. Okay, so this can be, hey, come back out, get it in shape, and then if we stay on top of it and you come back more frequently, I'm going to sound like a dentist here, but I need to see you more frequently, then we can stay on top of it. Okay, for the grout lines on the floor, same concept as the grout lines on a wall or in a shower. This gecko tool will do a great job of focusing that water pressure right in that grout channel. Okay, so we can get that clean. And that's really it. What you need with this, though, is a big truck mount that we can adapt the water pressure and hook up all these tools. And then if you add the heat to it, just like a steam cleaning carpet machine, wow, what a system. Okay, after we get it all clean, the grout channel is usually what we're sealing. Now, depending on what kind of tile you have, if it's a ceramic or porcelain, some type of man-made tile, you don't need to seal the tile itself. But a lot of times the grout channel itself has not been sealed. Okay, when it's originally installed, okay, it might take that grout 72 hours to completely cure, and then the grout, I guess the tile installer would have to come back and put the sealer on. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. So it never has a sealer on, and that grout channel is very porous. Okay, it's just cement in a way. Okay, so it will absorb the soils and oils. Okay, what we do is grout stick on a sealer. It works kind of like Scotch, for lack of a better analogy, think of it as Scotch Guard for your grout. Same concept, but it fills up the pores of that grout channel, okay, and the oils and soils then can't penetrate into it. So in theory, they're sitting more on top, so that just maintenance cleaners, okay, like neutral floor cleaners, should do a fine job of maintaining, and that's key. After you get it clean, you need to maintain. If you wait too long, the soils and oils get too heavy, then your neutral-based cleaners don't do enough to get the floor clean. That's when you have to get into the heavy artillery. You need to bring the kaboom out, you need to bring the Tilex out, you need to clean the bleach cleaners out. All of those products will affect, guess what? The sealer that you put on. Okay, they'll strip it off. Okay, we don't want to do that. So the key with all this stuff is staying on top of it. And we can help you. We can get you some, we can do the sealing part of it. We can also supply some of the products that you need to help maintain it. Okay? But that's really the overview of the system. Okay? And it's not one thing that makes it so powerful. There's several different aspects. And you also need to combine that with technicians that know what they're doing and have some training in identifying the floors and then getting the chemistry of cleaning correct. Just like we would in carpets or upholstery or your rug, you know, different floors. Okay, a travertine floor cleans much differently than a ceramic, and you better understand the differences or you can cause some problems. Okay, but if you're interested in the service, just like anything else, we'll come out and give you a bid. But let's pause here. We're going to set up and do some cleaning, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're ready to do some demo cleaning of some tile. First thing we need to do is figure out what type of tile is it. Is it man-made or is it God-made? Okay, so one test that we use is a scratch test. You know, what I use is just an ordinary key. I mean, it isn't real fancy, but if it won't scratch, it's fired and it's hardened to a point. It's got to be done by man. Okay, so this is probably a porcelain or ceramic. Okay, the other test that we use, real simple, is what we call an acidic cleaner test. Okay, if you'll notice when I put it on the tile, it doesn't react. I don't know if it's coming in on the film here, but take my word for it. There's no reaction to this, so that tells me that this is a man-made tile. And the other one, when we put it in here, or I'm sorry, the acidic test, it really reacts with that grout channel because it's like cement. Okay, so it's reacting with the cementitious material and causing a reaction, and that's how acids clean. They actually react with it, and they're microscopically removing a layer of the grout. Now it sounds funny, but it's so slight you could do it a million times and not hurt this stuff. Maybe not a million, maybe that's an exaggeration. Okay, but those are two ways. It's important, and here's why. Because if I use this cleaner, say you have a travertine, and I'm a cleaner, I'm not educated, I haven't gone to IICRC training, have no formal training in restorative cleaning of textiles, I just sprayed the wrong product on your floor and I acid burned the whole thing. Okay, now these acids, when I talk about acidic cleaners, they're non-reactive to the skin. This isn't like a muriatic acid or some real nasty acidic product. Okay, they're organic acidic salts that clean. So these are very safe today, but they are acidic. Okay, so we use these for a number of different reasons. And we put it on there, we'll grout stick it in, and I was testing this earlier. You can actually see on my towel, it's being effective already. We can't wait to see what the results of this floor is going to be because it definitely needs cleaning. So I'm going to break now. We're going to precondition everything with the cleaning agent. We're going to agitate it, and then we're going to rinse with the high pressure tools. Okay, we'll be right back. You can see just a little bit of soil. This is a perfect example. At this point, what I would do, I would stop, we'd pre-spray this area, and then take the gecko tool, that was that smaller one, had the single jet, and go right down the grout line, and that would clean out the rest of that. Whoa! Look at that shine! I had to go get my sunglasses out. This stuff's so good. But look at the difference. I mean, it's just amazing. Quite frankly, all jokes aside, you know, we usually sell this service by demonstration because it's usually that dramatic. And I might make a pricing point to you. If you see the small area working in here, if this is all you had at your house, this is a good job to tie in with a carpet cleaning job. Because this probably isn't large enough. It's close, but you really get your money's worth. We can probably get you a better price while we're there cleaning some other stuff. So we do have our minimum charges to come out and set up and send 2 guys out to your house with all that equipment. You know, we'll have 2 hours involved in every job, whether we did a little entryway like this or if you did a few more areas with it. So this might be a good one to tie in with, hey, if we're out there cleaning carpets or upholstery or you know, a rug for you, and tie a small area in like this. Just a note so you guys get your best value on things. But as we finish up, we can put a sealer back on it, and it's real simple, good product. It's a waterborne product. Okay, so it just goes right on there and absorbs into that grout channel. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Now that we'll set up, I wouldn't clean this for about 3 days. Not that that's going to be a problem for anybody. Okay, but we want that grout sealer to set up and cure completely before you get any cleaning agents. And remember, only maintenance cleaners. And there you have it. There's our tile cleaning system. We would love to talk to you if you have a need. Thank you, and God bless.